activities.
Why are you laughing?
Because we said something really funny before this recording started. Don't interrupt the intro. Hello and welcome back to Downtime Activities, and welcome back to our Devils of the West campaign, where these rootin' sons of bitches are, just got done talking to maybe the for-real devil? Anyway, there might as well, they probably talk to the devil because they're in hell, also known as Kansas.
I'm not apologizing for that.
We haven't apologized yet for talking shit on Kansas. I'm not going to start now. Things are a little different. We changed up our recording setup a little bit, so things might look a little different, but hopefully better. We'll see. And today, to start, this is a very glorious start of a session. We have something I've been very excited for quite a while, which is Corporal Mohan is going home to see the wife, see the missus, who apparently put out a missing persons report on you, presuming that you were dead or lost in the wild.
I mean, she wasn't wrong.
Technically speaking,
what do you mean?
Not speaking as Professor Bogus, she is not wrong.
We've seen this guy killed in action at least once.
He's had a heart attack.
Yeah, I was like, we saw him have a legit heart attack.
We've seen him killed in action.
The funny thing is about my character losing that, dying from a heart attack, would be that he would just get, honestly, that's the best way for my character to die is a heart attack.
Oh, my chest hurts. I just did something.
Well, no, he dies for 24 hours and then goes back up.
Sits back up in the freaking coffin. Where am I?
You guys have just finished a not too restful or not at all restful night's sleep in Flint, Kansas.
I kept got another dream about the afterlife and it scared the fuck out of me.
Now that you've left Flint, Kansas, you are on the road to Dodgerton, not Dodge City, Dodgerton, Kansas. And unless you have any change to your trajectory, we'll arrive there the following day.
We take a quick detour to go see the world's biggest ball of string.
It's like yay big.
Yeah.
Grimes sets it on fire, and ride away very quickly and get back on the trail.
Professor Bogus, one of his gadgets accidentally goes off.
Oh no, you're bored.
Poor donkey.
You're poor. Donkey.
You mean Sam? Yeah,
Sam.
Poor Sam. Sam isn't just used to this shit by now. He doesn't react anymore.
He understands his role. So you all, about a half day's ride from Flint, arrive outside of Dodgerton, Kansas, a place that should be familiar to one of you, but is familiar to none of you. For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Town, big city.
Decent-sized town. Bigger than Rascatoon, smaller than Conflict City.
Okay.
Bigger than Flint. And Flint was bigger than Rascatoon. So on the scale, it goes Rascatoon, Flint, Dodgerton, Conflict
Everything's
City.
bigger than Rascatoon.
That's true. The Rascatoon is the tumbleweed equivalent in town form.
The governor's house in Confluence City is bigger than Rascatoon.
It's not even a question anymore. What's bigger than Rascatoon?
I guess I'll make my way to the ranger station because I don't have an address.
Well, aren't you just gonna go home? You do have an address.
Oh, I do have an address.
You do have an address. You won that address, played a game of cards with
the
maybe
devil.
the actual devil?
The for-real devil.
So it's actually an address for
I'd
your wife,
forgotten
not an
about
address
that.
for somebody else.
Never trust the devil's address book. There's some wisdom there, I'm sure.
There's a wisdom. Yeah, I guess I'll tell you guys to go find a place to stay and I'll give an address.
What day of the week is it?
Wednesday.
You can't go to church yet.
You can't go to church at all.
You went to church. He powered through church. It makes him feel weird. Just work out the
Do
same.
you question yourself when you're at church?
Are you?
You always question
Church
yourself.
makes him feel funny.
Is that Grimes asking?
Maybe.
That's too vague.
Move on.
It's too bad.
just completely ignored it.
Sklur is a method actor and he is in character. So if you're not speaking to Jeffress, then don't acknowledge Sklur, alright? Moving on. So everyone besides Mohan is going somewhere else, or is anyone going with Mohan?
I'm not letting any of you come with me.
I could go with you.
Look,
I mean,
he's
I
been
don't
away
have a
from
family.
home a long time. I don't want to be there when he runs into his wife.
Well, he's gonna go see his wife, maybe.
Is there a...
Or
Is
something.
there a bar?
Yeah, we should probably find a hotel, find a saloon or something.
There's a saloon. There's definitely a saloon. It looks like it has like a kind of over the top area that's probably got rooms in it.
Well, then I go there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess we'll all
The
do it.
negative side of this is that I'm leaving you 4 hooligans on your own for a night.
We're splitting up the party.
it's
We're all gonna be at the same place.
it's mostly just when we're in pairs that things go horribly wrong.
That's fair.
Although, to be fair, Grimes and myself, Grimes and Pocus, did fairly well last time there was just the 2 of them. They just happened upon a mass murder.
You finished a mass murder. Let's be honest.
Yeah. and Professor Bogus gave some sage advice to a little lady.
How much for a room for the night?
Yeah.
Well, entering in to this place, it seems to be
Is the
not
real
like
devil
this
there?
is. He drinks his Sparkies.
The
This
like,
is Sparkies.
the like not giving it. It's like, oh, how much for a room at the saloon? Well, before we get to that, has the same like you can't fast travel from this location feel in like an RPG where you're like,
There are enemies nearby.
There are enemies nearby.
no, it's like they're just like, oh, somebody's about to jump me. Somebody's about to
Am I in the cutscene right now?
Somebody's about to run up to me and say something. I'm about to get dragged into a quest.
Oh no, the black bars are fading in.
Going to the saloon and entering in, it is not a very lively place, but it is kind of the middle of the day. And this seems like a farming town, so there's probably, most people are like out farming and working, and maybe come in the evening to drink in such a place. Inside, you can see a lady behind the counter who seems to be refilling a glass of a guy sitting at the counter, who has...
He turns around. It's the hammer. he spins around on what is, for some reason, a swivel stool.
The hammer in Alabama can't be killed.
It's his brother, the shovel of this kerfuffle. The guy does seem to be wearing a badge, sitting at this place.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Grimes, because I imagine Grimes always opens saloons by throwing open both saloon doors and stepping in, and he just like
No, don't you look at that. Don't you look at it, sir.
He's already seen it, we know.
Don't you look at it.
So, and you can see this lady behind the counter kind of looks up at the group of you. I'm making you wait. They get their that's fine. And she kind of looks up like, well, I'll be strangers. Come on in. And this guy kind of turns, kind of flicks the hat up.
The last
and
time
you
we
see
got this kind of, well, strangers vibe was in Raskatoon, and that town was heading downhill fast.
And this guy, you can see, kind of turns and looks, kind of flicks the hat up and looks at you guys. He's got like 3 teeth. He's got the kind of underbite. He's got enough underbite. You think if it rains, a puddle starts to form. And he's got the scraggliest little mustache and beard. He kind of looks at each of you
Does
guys.
it look
as
like
you're talking in.
a ranger's badge or like local, like sheriff? Local.
And you can tell from here it looks like a deputy sheriff's badge. You can see
Wait a
It
minute.
looks
That's
like
not
a
black.
sticker that you get from the shirt.
It's a junior police officer.
He says,
It's made of plastic.
ain't hardly never any strangers coming to Dodgerton. What's your business there?
Pleasure.
He says pleasure, giving a wink to the lady behind the bar.
Little lady, you want to explain our business here?
Well, I was gonna say we were accompanying a Texas Ranger's friend of ours, but
Well, I reckon
Ranger? What's a ranger doing in Dodgerton?
He's apparently from here.
Is Mohan back? I heard he died.
No, he's alive and well. I don't know no Mohan. I know a younger.
I am, however, interested to hear the story of his death.
Yeah.
I'll go up to the bar and I guess pay for my drink and one for him.
Okay.
I too will go up to the bar and pay for a secondary drink for him because he looks like he will.
This just got
I'll pay
interesting.
for a drink. I'll pay a drink for me and the missus.
And the miss. Okay. So coming up, she'll be like, "Well, welcome on in." She's like, 2 drinks, 2 more drinks. He's already drinking 1 drink. She slides 2 more in front of him, gets 1 for herself, gets 1 for each of you. Are you coming in as well, Professor?
Yeah, I said.
Yeah, you're coming in. Oh yeah, you'll get another. Are you coming in as well, Jefferson? Are you drinking it all, or just?
I reckon I'll try it.
He's snacking on somebody over in the corner.
No, I got my own drink over here.
Bites into the deputy.
I try a Bloody Mary.
I'm bloody
I reckon I try
Sally changes her name to
I'll try a different alcohol to see
Okay.
how I perceive it.
It'll be so for each drink that you guys get, it'll be a quarter.
Okay.
So if you got 2 drinks, it'll be
$1.
if you got 2 drinks, it'll be 50 cents.
So.
Math checks out.
Yeah.
You're like 2 drinks, that'll be $1. She's like, yes. You're asking him about how the ranger died.
Yeah.
From what I heard, he went up off in the hills chasing that no good some bitch 2 guns. Never heard from again. Tell now, Ledley. You're saying he's back in town?
Yeah, I have that.
Well, we ran into him. He'd been given a mission from
The Rangers.
Cornfields City Rangers headquarters to help out in a little town called Rascatoon out in New Mexico.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
I'd keep it that way.
Yeah, it ain't worth it.
Well, if it's trouble enough, they're sending rangers to fix it. Sounds like town's got plenty of trouble. That's what it sounds like. I make sure trouble don't last long here. So you ain't got to worry about that.
What quality is this feller's gun in? Assuming he's carrying one.
it's made of wood.
I expected it to be made of
It looks like let me put it this way. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. Doesn't look like it's been used. Looks like it's a gun that somebody got a job as a deputy and bought and probably hasn't fired yet.
Yeah, good enough.
Good enough.
And
I expected it to be made of wood.
and the lady on this says, "Shut up, Buckwash. I want to hear about these interesting young new fellers in here."
Oh, little lady, you flatter me. I like the thing she says. Young fellers looking at Grimes, but Mr. Bogus goes, "Little lady, you flatter me. Thank you so much."
I'm over here just.
Of course, young and good man.
Just ignore him.
Does Professor have? Did you ask if Professor has game?
Yeah.
No, he plays solitaire.
No, he's more of a
He's more of a 3D chess guy.
3D chess, maybe a spades person.
That's right. Says, so, I'd love to hear stories from travelers. We don't get much news stories in this here town.
I'm not sure what stories we can tell that anybody's gonna believe.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon you ever heard the story of Jesus Christ.
And and you see her kind of like roll her eyes and be like, yeah, every Sunday I hear that story. And this other guy's like, come on, that body man. Have some respect.
I guess the only story I could think of that somebody might believe, speaking of Mohan, would be Lawless Henson. That was his name, right?
Abraham Lawless Henson.
Yeah. They don't call me Lawless for nothing, which is the punchline of the story. I guess we'll tell that story.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not sure we have all many stories that anybody's gonna believe.
Who's telling it?
I think Grimes should.
I think Grimes should.
Grimes,
Fair.
go ahead and give me whatever the charming one is. Persuasion, negotiation, charm,
Yeah.
So you get
Persuasion.
I'm gonna talk about
charisma-based tomfoolery.
I'm gonna talk about
you
it.
get that +4.
Plus 4 for the lady. Plus nothing for this guy.
Right.
You
Yeah, I'm
don't
giving
think
shit
you're
about this
handsome
guy.
at all.
Hey.
5.
So 9 or a 5, depending on which one. They both seem interested in your story. The lady seems enraptured about your story, but this guy seems to be he seems to like the crime fighting, hunting down bounties. He seems to fancy himself a lawman, so he finds that story pretty interesting.
Can I talk a little bit about talking to that creepy guy?
Spindly Norman?
Yeah.
Stanley Norman?
he left a real impression on me.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You mean that fraud?
Shut up.
She's like, sounds like quite the strange creature. Was he man at all?
Nobody knows.
I swear.
Sounds like big city nonsense to me.
It was some nonsense in the big
Grimes
city.
could also tell a story about how he got beat in the head with a meat tender.
Oh, yeah. There was
This
one.
poor woman led me astray.
Oh, you poor
one-
thing.
Yeah, this one woman, she broke my heart.
And beat me over the head with it.
It's always the most loving that get taken advantage of, he says. And as you guys are regaling these stories and sharing time with Miss Bonnie Mae and old Buckwash,
I kind of assumed at least one of us would be arrested when we walked in here, but I'm not sure this guy's read a bounty poster his whole life.
I don't think
I'm not sure he can read.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't know if he can even read.
Oh.
Grimes is only wanted in the
Well, it's known to operate, right? What's the specific wording on that?
Oh, maybe it
Where
is
can we
going on.
turn you in if you die?
I just want to make sure we don't have to. We're never too all that far from $800 if we need the cash. Known to operate in Colorado and New Mexico territory.
So they wouldn't be
You
expecting.
walk up to the address given to you, and you can see a house that looks like it's seen better days. It looks like it's a pretty nice house, but it seems like it's in a little bit of a state of disrepair. You can see a section of fence that is blown over and kind of broken down into the kind of front yard section area here, and
Could use a gardener.
it looks like a little overgrown and stuff, but decent. Looks like a decently nice house.
Big house? Little house?
Medium sized. For this, it's like one of the bigger houses in this town, but this is a small town with mostly small houses. So you think it probably has 3-4 bedrooms. So pretty decent size.
Alright. I'll go open the door.
Okay. You walk up to the door and open it.
Yep.
You don't hear anything inside at the moment.
Dorothy?
Dorothy.
The apartment was open. Walk up and knock on
That
the
was
door of his own house.
I'm not that tone deaf.
Cool.
Dorothy, my dear.
And you can hear, like, down this hall through a back door, you can hear, I ain't done with it yet. Come back later. I'm going as fast as I can.
I'll go ahead and walk to the back door.
Okay. You walk to the back door and you see a lady kind of hunched over a big basin of water who seems to be scrubbing something on a washing board really hard. And it's her kind of corner back is turned to you. She's sitting there scrubbing.
Not finished with what?
And she says, I ain't finished with you. And she turns and looks and sees it's you. And there's like a moment of like excited relief. And then a moment of like pure fury. And she throws this thing down in the water, kind of walks up to you and slaps you clean across the face.
I reckon I deserve that.
She's like, 8 months? Jimmy? 8 damn months? Couldn't have writ or nothing?
This is the best soap opera I've ever seen.
Would you believe that I forgot the address?
To your own damn house? You're lucky it's you. You might as well forget it. The bank's damn near about to take it from us. You ain't sent no money to help me pay off this place. I've been scrubbing every farmer's knickers from here to goddamn Confluence City to have enough just to eat.
Oh gosh, Dorothy, I'm real sorry.
I'm waiting for an explanation.
Would you believe it if I told you I died?
Well, the short story is that old Two Guns got me pretty good, and I was lame up for a while, putting myself back together, you could say.
He said, and you were somewhere where there's no post office?
Okay, this is where it starts getting hard. Let's see. Okay, good to know. Persuasion is not different than deception. There's not a distinguishing thing here. So.
Why lie to your wife, sir?
Because I'm not James Mohan.
He's not lying to his wife.
It's true. That's true.
He's lying to Mohan's wife.
Well, this lady's gonna try
Mohan's
to
body is lying to me.
his wife. Yeah.
The ghost populating his body is not. Anywho,
Anyway, I want a divorce.
well, I chased 2 guns all the way out to Colorado, and basically after he shot me and left me for dead, I dragged myself into a cabin that I found in the woods and just had to try to live as best I could until I could work my way to Confluence City.
Give me whatever the
It's
the way
persuasion.
the lie is. Lie to me.
Lie to me. I am pretty good at this.
There may be something being subtracted from this on the
Yeah.
back end.
Because she's pissed.
Yes.
7.
7?
Yeah.
She kind of sits there for a second, and you can see like a slight tremble. She's so angry, and then there's like a, and then she quickly wraps around and gives you a hug, and she's like, "I was so worried sick. I thought he got you. I thought you were dead."
It was a close thing. I don't.
She says, "I'm awful sorry, Jimmy, but you hadn't sent no money, and I haven't been able to make enough washing to. We owe the bank $200."
Let's see, what's my current? Well, I've got 100 in cash on me right now, so hopefully
the
that-
bar grabs cry.
Yeah.
Grabs literally any one of us, because I also have
Yeah.
$200. That's like 400 quarters.
I have about $300 because I stole the money from those dead
You also
people.
But you also have a bounty of 800. We could literally split you in for the bounty, and then some of us could break you out later.
She says,
Nope.
"The fence broke down, and I've been doing as best I can to keep this house running, but it's awful hard with such little money. Doesn't need a little money." She puts on her desk, "It does need a little more money."
Well, I'm here now, so I'll do my best to do good by you.
She says, "And what's with this Dorothy business? He ain't called me Dorothy since we was young sweethearts."
I guess I'm just feeling nostalgic.
Smooth cover. I cannot say what you're actually going.
What did I used to call you again? Sorry, I got conked on the head once or twice.
There's this crazy lady with the meat tender.
You want to see my scars?
All right.
I'll regale her with the tales since we last met.
Okay. All of them?
That is true.
You say regale at the tails, or you like, and then there was this ghoul. And these vampires.
I had a heart attack.
There was these homeless people and
they exploded into bugs.
and then they had these lawyers who were just eager to suck our money. Give us your money.
Yeah, I guess it's more of the quick and dirty. So I did some jobs in Confluence City, and they sent me down to Rascatoon, and yada yada yada.
All right.
And then we bushwhacked another lawman.
Yeah, we don't say that.
And then we murdered another innocent person. It was great.
Then we talked to the four-wheel double twice.
Well, I'm probably gonna be hitting you guys up for money.
So are you? So you regale her with the tales and stuff, kind of catch up with her and stuff, and then what are you telling her? What are you doing? What are you saying?
Let me go make a call.
Well, I mean, I'm on leave, basically, right? Like, well,
Yeah.
We had one thing from the boss man, right? The governor.
He said that he'd reach out to you guys, basically. That
Oh, okay.
that he'd send word if you needed you.
By
And
that,
he told him they were going to be
all
in.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll basically say that I'm on leave until
Flies in and delivers a letter.
the governor reaches out. And
The governor.
I know I've been rubbing elbows.
The governor of a different state.
Yeah.
Probably made Travis that way.
Yeah. So we'll be in town for a bit, and I'll help put this place back together.
Good. I've done the best I can, but just little old me here. by myself. It's not been easy.
Part of me is like, should I roll like notice for like by myself? Like 8 months.
We're in buckwash. Bunking up.
Lady's got low standards.
You can roll something like a notice or perception.
Yeah,
or
there isn't like an insight.
No.
So
I'll let you roll perception.
sure.
Be like any man's underwear under the bed.
Exactly.
Why? You think she's not even your wife.
She's doing laundry. She has
It seems more like she's trying to make you feel bad for not sending any word or helping her than she is like lying about not cheating.
That's right. Listen,
I wouldn't feel like,
what? It's just good
you
to know.
betrayed this guy's body. How dare you?
You should give
Exactly.
her.
It's just good to know.
You should give her a smooch. Tell her how much you love her.
Oh. I'm not
be
gonna
sick.
roleplay with Erickson about being my wife. I feel
Come on, give me a smooch.
Yes.
Give him just a little peck. A little kiss.
Look, if you can't RP, it's get out of my
It's for the channel.
It's called content, Matty G. We do what we must.
We gotta play the algorithm at least a little bit. And right now, I guess
Actually, kiss! Exclamation point question mark?
I actually was about to say it's Pride Month, and I'm like, oh
it's
yeah,
not
we're
Pride
too
Month.
late for that.
It's not Pride Month anymore.
Be like,
You're not allowed
relate
to
to
be
the
proud
party.
anymore, I guess.
But it still would be a shock factor and clickbait.
And clickbait. Think of the thumbnails, man.
Yeah, I know.
So,
just those two making kissy faces at each other, then the rest of us on the side just whoa.
Wait, no, well, all me, what is it? What's that one chick? Foxwolf or whoever, and she's like, has the glasses and she's
Foxwolf?
like,
Sniper wolf?
Sniper Wolf, where she's like, oh
oh my gosh, a nice face. Okay, so,
Continuing on.
Without an in-depth roleplay where you come over here and give Daddy what he deserves, you speak niceties to this person who's not actually your wife and person.
Now on this campaign of yours, you go back to being a player.
So I don't have the authority to say things like that.
It's all fun and games until it's my turn to be the DM. Then you'll see.
And then Daddy will get what he deserves.
And then it's permanent disadvantage on every roll.
I can make a character who just thrives off of that. Don't get me wrong.
Permanent minus twos for every
So
roll.
you're going to kind of talk to your friends after that, I assume?
Yes.
You're saying kind of ask for money. Are you telling her like you came with other people, or what are you telling her that you?
I'll say that I have a loose posse.
Okay.
That's been helping
I'll say.
me. Yeah. I'm not saying that I'm not
Loose
gonna.
with their morals, loose with their actions.
Okay,
They're not-
okay, only one time.
Per
Loose
session.
with their loyalty.
Loose with, yeah.
just loose and
They've been helping me out in a trying time. God knows I couldn't have fought those werewolves on my own. So
She says, all right, well, don't you go disappearing again.
Proceeds to disappear for another 8 months.
listen, man.
Now you tried that with
Yep.
with
It
the
always
NPC,
comes back.
Once before.
It's true.
So you guys are kind of in the middle of regaling a tale.
If I had a nickel for every time I had a wife I didn't know about, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot.
Which isn't a lot.
so she walks in. So anyway, he had a heart attack while these homeless people jumped him.
You hear as you walk into this saloon that you should know, but is completely not familiar. And you see turning kind of ugly man with the underbite so bad if it rained it'd make a puddle. And he says, well, I'll be goddamn Jimmy Mohan.
Present.
Jimmy?
You're the smart ass kid in the back.
He stands up and starts walking towards you. Be like, now what word around town's you died?
Only the once. I give him a handshake.
Notice anything? He says, kind of puffing his chest out.
Who gave you a gun?
Said, I already had a gun. It's the badge, you nincompoop. If you didn't notice, Riley decided it was about time he had a deputy.
Probably made the bad choice if you ask me.
Did you say that?
Yeah, for
He turns and looks, he says, now, I'll respect my elders, old timer, but you need to respect your law.
That's good because none of the rest.
I mean, I work for. What?
He's not starting
You
to
know
fight, he's just deaf.
these tall tale tellers?
Oh, you ain't heard half of them.
Yeah.
They're a loose posse. They've been
Heard you got so scared of a homeless lady you had a heart attack.
You didn't see her face.
Fair enough, fair. I'm gonna buy you a drink. Come on, Jimmy.
He sits down and Bogus just kind of looks at him. Jimmy, huh?
It is James.
I just always referred to him as Youngin.
Well, yeah, if you're not going to use my name anyway, what's the point of knowing what people call me?
I just wouldn't expect Jimmy.
The lady behind the counter says, "You want the usual, Jimmy?"
You know it.
I don't even think he knows it.
Listen, when you have amnesia, you gotta just do your best. You roll with the punches.
Go with the flow.
You become very easygoing.
She turns around and hands you a glass of something. Looks
There you go.
whiskey-ish. Some dark liquor.
Probably tastes whiskish.
It tastes like some dark liquor. Yeah.
Snake
Looks
venom.
Yeah, turns out this is my ex.
Hardcore man is Mohan.
Put hair on your chest.
I don't think it grows over scar tissue too long.
So you take.
I'm just sitting drinking,
Okay.
just chatting.
She says, "Well, I got some bad news for you.
Oh no.
It's a damn shame. You don't gotta worry about it, Mr. Big Time." He takes his vessel. Mr. Big Time Ranger with us local enforcement to take care of it. But you hear that the Samson girl, she done turned up and missing.
What?
That was a lot of words for not a lot of information.
Some lady is missing.
Oh no, when'd she go missing?
3
she's
days
kissing.
ago.
Anything suspicious about it?
Not that I know of. You know.
You mean apart from her going missing?
Listen, were there like torn up doors? Was there,
Look, Samson's got a brood of 20 damn kids. She's the only girl. They let her pretty well wander and do what she wants. No good on the farm, young as she is. So, my guess a coyote or something got her. I don't know.
How
They
old
thought
was
about
she,
sewing the
Stace?
mother up.
Yeah. 7, 8 years old.
It'd have to be a big cow.
Or a little girl.
I happen to be a tracker. I'd be able to find something about where
You
she
can
went.
try and figure her out. Family, like I said, don't pay her much mind.
Don't really seem
Don't know if they're gonna shed a tear.
Don't really seem like local law enforcement's doing much anything about it.
Yeah, local law
Did you say that?
An attempt at being quiet.
Yes.
I don't think I could hear much over his own breathing. So.
No, so he makes that.
If he had glasses, they'd be fogged. This guy got that kind of underpipe, steams the lenses up.
So he makes that comment quietly, and I go, "Yeah, don't seem like to be too many brain cells in that one." And I don't say that quietly. That just comes out loud.
Why you gotta be?
Why do you travel around with these goddamn rambunctious elders?
What?
Mostly I'm.
Nothing, old timer. Don't worry about it.
We mostly ask ourselves the same question all the time.
This man
He's handy in a pinch.
made me do some weird things.
Listen. I'm only.
He gives a very concerned, dirty look to the old man. He's like,
Listen.
He like kind of turns his back to him and looks towards you. He's like, "This old fella touch you?"
He tied me up.
I only tied her up once.
Him up, right?
Yeah, him up, yeah, whatever. I only tied him up once. Hell, I let this one shoot me the other day.
Jimmy, you keep strange company.
Well, you know.
Y'all don't stir up any more trouble. He says, kind of just a little bit. Otherwise, I gotta do what I gotta do. Keep the peace around here.
Man, I like to see a son Nick try.
You want to go ahead and arrest him. Resto is probably won't raise all.
Unfortunate thing.
You listen
is
here, little lady.
You can't arrest people for being senile and disrespectful.
You could claim he's drunk and just let him.
I am
The old drunken disorder.
He's certainly disorderly.
Listen here, little lady.
We've
What about you,
been
Philip?
riding across
He
2
says
states.
to you, he says, you got a grim expression.
And you're
awful
you-
quiet.
Covered in dynamite,
Giving me the
nitro,
heebie-jeebies.
and shit.
There's no dynamite on it, but there is
Jesus and
nitro.
the-
Get right.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you because my companions are yelling across the table at each other.
That's right. He's like, listen over there, just shakes his head. He's like, I said, you've got a grim expression and awful quiet. You're giving me the willies. What's up with you, friend?
I reckon I'm just tired.
He's religious. That's what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
Now, you be careful now. Lord hears all.
Now, fella, can I ask you, is there a mortuary around here?
Mortuary? I mean, we got a patch where we bury folk. Most people just bury folk on their property, though.
Jeffers, why do you want to go to a mortuary?
Well,
It's probably just good
pray
to
for
know.
pray for the families. The souls.
And I assume it's good to know where the nearest house to
Yeah.
inter bodies is when you're traveling around with somebody who's clearly not too far off his age.
I reckon I agree with you, sir.
You know, something's been weird about you lately. I just can't put a finger on it. Now you want to go to the mortuary?
Dude,
Seems like you a God-fearing man, so I respect that at the very least.
There's the one thing wrong with him, but you know, I respect him.
wait. Reckon that's the same days ago. Last one.
I have a feeling that if anything goes wrong, like just the slightest bump happens in this town, that deputy is immediately gonna arrest Bogus.
He's gonna be like, I have a suspect.
I've never seen crazy shit like this before. I know the feller probably
I know
responsible.
fella responsible.
I had him paid
He said,
sick.
well, if you're looking to pay respect, then unless they dig up that girl's body, ain't no one died too recently around here. What's in the mortuary?
Give it some time. I don't say that one. That's, just
Okay.
that's not a character.
That's not his character.
I reckon that's pleasant.
See, he says that you're a creepy dude, and then you just start asking about the mortuary. I don't.
You're like, you're
you're doing
creepy.
much.
You're unsettling me. What's your business? Any dead bodies right here? No. Why?
You're creepy. You're senile, and the rest of you are alright.
You should take on the pretense of being a grave digger. Everyone will be like, oh yeah, of course he's weird. Of course he's creepy. Of course he's jazzed about graves.
That would be smart.
True. Why does he care about graveyards?
Because he's so famous.
Well, yeah, but
If they were, I don't know, fresh enough, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, that was hoping to
He's got
strike a little luck there.
Where else he
It's
going?
spoiled. It's curved. It's coagulated.
Did you get
Where?
food poisoning?
Can a vampire get food poisoning?
Where else he going to sleep besides?
That's
You're specifically the one person who didn't want
No.
to tell.
Where's
Like,
the
don't tell me.
Where's the house for this missing lady? Missing girl?
Yeah, it's far. I mean, shit, Jimmy can show you. You know where Samson's, right?
Just give him directions. What's your whole problem?
Ain't you going with them?
No.
Oh, forget it. Big time ranger. Y'all don't need to look into this. Like I said, he said he picks up his third drink of what you've seen him drinking here, and he just went. Now that there's a new deputy in town, this town's got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you
figure
got
it out.
You
Yeah,
got
sure
it.
she's on top of it.
I
think he's just too drunk to tell you.
I look at Ed and it's like,
Yeah, I
this town
ain't even. I handle my liquor
fair.
like a champ. Like fair.
ain't got a chance.
It's just like I said, I'm a decent tracker, and I wouldn't mind helping out.
They the closest farm straight down the road there.
Thanks.
Since Jimmy here's too high on his fancy ranger horse.
What was that name again?
Samson.
Samson's.
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
I'll go with you too.
It probably shouldn't be just me and Grimes because that's 10 to 10.
Yeah, the last time it ended poorly, we had you with a broken arm and him concussed.
I was just thinking, I was like,
the last time was the exorcism.
Oh yeah, that was the last.
And then the time before that was when I got my arm broken. Grimes got concussed.
we have not had pleasant times.
No, it's been bad.
Okay, you guys are you all heading there?
I gotta talk to the bank.
Are you gonna tell
What
us?
time is it?
At this point, it's probably afternoon, 2 to 3-ish.
Okay. Yeah, there's
I
probably
guess about around midday.
What you got to talk to the bank about?
Oh, got a mortgage on the house.
You have a house?
What, do you think I live on the side of the road?
What?
Yeah.
How much money do you need?
I need to rustle up about $100.
I'll put 50 in for it.
Oh,
I'm not using the money for anything. Look, I'm an itinerant monster hunter. I'm not using the money for anything.
and I'll float $50 your way, because I haven't spent much on anything. I've scavenged my parts.
Well, there you go.
Which is why they keep trying to throw them in the loony bin.
You listen here, little lady.
I know they did try to do that.
That's just because I walked out this ranger station, just took a right, and I just stood there fiddling with something.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll pay you back.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Buckwash says, well, you guys dig anything up, you make sure I'm the first to know.
Is there an actual sheriff we could report to?
I'm the actual deputy, old-timer, and you need to watch your damn mouth. Now, if you happen to run into Riley instead first, you can let him know, but he's deep enough in his cups, I think, that I'll be more use.
Riley? Last name?
His last name is nothing. Get out of my face, old man.
I'm not in your face.
Why don't we take it easy?
You're a yank, ain't you? You got a yank all over you.
You look like a man who could
Don't
use
look at me, I'm from Louisiana.
You look like a
I
man who
can
could
tell
use
you've got some good old Southern in you. That's why she got respect. Something you never heard of, you old yank.
I just look at the bartender. I'm like, just get this man a bottle of whiskey to shut him up.
He means
Professor, let's go outside.
he kind of like looks at your thing. Maybe ain't so bad at it.
How much does that bottle get a cost? $1?
It'll cost you $2
That's,
for a bottle of something not great.
I'll go out and grab the reins to matchstick and I'll start heading out towards this.
I'll grab Sam and I'll follow right behind.
Okay.
I'll grab Spanky, give him a little kiss.
I'll talk to the bank. Suddenly I have all these adult responsibilities and my adventure
We'll start with you,
days.
'cause there's a lot less interesting. You go to the bank, they recognize you. You ask them, it's clear, like, it's a combination of your wife is, like, past due on mortgage payments, basically, as well as had to take out a loan, it seems like, to make ends meet some amount. That's what's totaled the 200 over this last 8 months.
Okay. Well, I'll pay the 200.
Okay. 200 is paid.
That's most of my money. I'm down to $20. Got $20 in my pocket.
We can always get more.
That's true.
You can always get a loan for the mortgage.
Free money printing.
you get paid every once in a while.
That's true. That's kind of how we got this. But
$20 in your pocket.
You still got your savings accounts running around out there in the world.
it's true.
Off on another side.
Yeah, it's one of those things. How much does it pay off the house? $1,000. Hey,
Another savings account.
No, it's
Hey, you don't mean you go talk to Buckwash.
hey Grimes, let's go talk to Buckwash real quick.
You, I might not. Buckwash, I might.
Listen, I've got $1,800 in the bank.
But you're able to do that.
Yeah, that-
Get done with.
there.
The rest of you guys are all going to the Sampson family farm. Seems like a big fuck off cornfield around the outside, right on the edge of town. But it seems like the house itself is like right up against town, and then like the field goes out over.
Suppose we'll.
Not
You
far
can
behind.
see like a plethora of young adult men all over this farm that all have the same kind of freckly, confused look on their face.
They look like they got kicked in the face by a mule, maybe
It looks
a couple
like
times.
literally. It
I
looks
don't know
like
nothing about farming
a
corn.
like
They're all thinking
5-year-old and a 19-year-old that are all like ranging in that like 10 to 12 boys in that age range that are all just like different ages of the same person. They all kind of got this like kind of straw bowl cut head of blonde, kind of dirty blonde hair, freckly faces, and they all kind of have like a confused look on their faces. Some of them run around playing, some harvesting, some of them working.
This family's going to be difficult when they're all old.
Yeah.
I think the mom is part rabbit. Jesus.
Nobody heard my comment, but I made a comment. It was like, have they thought about sewing her up?
No.
Are you guys going to the front door?
Yeah.
Answering the door, you can see a lady answers the door, holding a baby in her arm, who seems to be currently crying. She's like kind of rocking back and forth, and this kid looks like the baby version of all those kids running around on the farm. She's like, "Can I help you?"
Are you Mrs. Sampson?
"Yeah."
We're working with Corporal James Mohan at Texas Rangers.
"Jimmy, heard he died."
Only the once. Well, I think maybe twice, but he's doing all right.
"You don't make any sense at all, lady. What's wrong with your eyeball?"
Missing.
"How'd that happen?"
Raptor attack.
Great big wolf.
She tripped.
Great big wolf.
"You're a little young to be tussling with wolves. What's your name, girl?"
Ed.
"That's no name for a lady."
Anyway.
We heard your daughter's mission.
Thank you.
"Well, yeah, Becky ain't shown up for a couple days now.
Is that normal?
She likes to wander, but not usually more. She's usually back by nightfall. All them kids get hungry at some point.
Where does she like to wander at?
Around town. I don't know.
Do you by chance remember?
She's 7 years old. 8. She old enough to take care of her damn self.
Do you by
You know when it gets dark, you come home.
Before she went missing, do you have any recollection on the direction she was going?
I wasn't watching her walk away. She's wandering, being a kid.
They're very blasé about their missing
This
daughter.
is well.
Does she have any?
David! David! The hell you want, woman? Almost got it together. David, there's some strange folk here. I'm done talking to him. You talk to him. God damn it! And he's walking down. You see this guy who's clearly kind of tightening his belt on his pants, and you can see a guy that looks like all those kids out in the field, just with the kind of scruffy beard.
What a hell of a family.
The genetics on this family, I swear.
You, Mr. Sampson?
Yeah, David Sampson. Who are you?
Name's Ed. We're working,
Lady.
so I keep being told. We're working with Corporal Jimmy Mohan, Texas Ranger.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Ain't he dead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's doing fine.
You got
Getting real sick of having this conversation. When we got into town, we were told that your daughter's been missing a couple days.
Yeah, Becky's a wanderer. Ain't no good on the farm, but I'm a little worried. Wonder where the hell she went off to.
Well, I'm a decent tracker, and we've got some at least a little bit of experience tracking down missing folk. If you want to tell us everything you can.
You can find her. That'd be great. You bring her back here. I'll give her a whooping so good she'll know not to go wandering off for a couple days' time again. Damn kids.
Does she have any friends that she likes to wander with?
Well, I don't think so. Not much kids around here except on other farms.
Any idea where she was seen last, or which
Last I
which
saw
of
her
which
was-
of your sons would know?
Last I saw her, she's eating breakfast. That was 3 days' time ago. Don't know where she went after that.
Mind if we?
Billy!
I was
and then-
hoping
you
he'd
see this
name one
guy,
so he
like,
wouldn't be
show
like,
up?
"Hey, it's that one over there."
And this straw-head kid kind of like stop and turn. He's like, "I'm Fred! Get Jimmy, Fred! God damn it!" And this kid goes running off.
It's gonna be a real problem when they're all older. You just really can't tell the difference.
Comes back
between them.
with another kid who looks close enough that you're like, yeah, okay, I can see how this dad got him.
I can't tell the difference.
And he's like, what you want, Paul? Where did you see your sister go last? You said you saw her somewhere, right? Well, she was wandering into town last I saw her. She'd come back around midday, grabbed some bread and ate it and left and went back to town.
Guess we'll ask around town.
Yeah.
Good as information as any.
Hey,
Why don't you ask her first name?
Well, I think you, the Samson girl, will probably suffice.
I think you might have heard it.
We might
I
have
feel
heard
like
it.
I've said it already, but
Becky?
yeah, that's right. Little Becky Sims.
You the Samson girl?
Sam.
Look, if we said you, the Samson boy, then people would be like, which one? Well, hell, I don't know.
I don't know. Could you tell?
I guess we'll take our. I mean, you all can say whatever you want. I guess I'll start.
I'm walking away.
Wave my thanks and start heading towards town. See if-
I just asked, you folks Catholic?
Yes. What's it to you?
Well, I just seen all these kids, so I just assumed.
We're farmers.
I was Lutheran then.
I kind of grabbed Jefferson.
It's Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas has a lot of Lutherans.
I just grabbed Bogus. Kind of just puts a hand on Jefferson's chest, like, "Come on now, don't go bother."
I was just guessing. Just all the kids. Just...
I like.
You
Are you
folks
making all
have a
these
good
comments?
day now. Slam.
It's okay, Jeffers. Mom's part rat or bunny or something. Let's go.
The door's already slammed, so they didn't hear you. Although you're not sure if he'd be irritated you talking crap to his wife.
Well, they breed like that. There's 20 damn kids over there.
Free labor.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I'll kind of keep my eye out for, I assume, small barefooted tracks. This family ain't putting shoes on all these kids.
Especially not the girl.
They got too many of them. So,
There's
on the way into
a
town.
plethora all over the place. As far as going into town, you go ahead and roll me a survival or whatever it is to track. Tracking is it something?
It used to be.
It's back
It's
to
just
survival,
it's
right?
back to survival. I'll give it a try. Well, I'll get stupid lucky.
Or just stupid.
6 explodes.
Oh.
9.
Okay. You do notice some small footsteps that seem to be heading into town, but they pretty quickly match with the kind of main road that this house is near, and it's impossible to track anything along that road because it's just trodden with boots, and it's just an absolute mess. And it's kind of loose dirt in that area as well, and so it gets mixed around.
Well, she definitely came into town.
There you go.
So
It's a clue.
maybe she didn't leave town.
It's time we start asking around.
Going around town.
Bringing her around.
My first suspect, the deputy. I'm just kidding.
And maybe start with businesses or stuff along this kind of main road.
Maybe something.
Is there
All that
a
true, yeah, general stores.
Is there a
stuff like
general
that.
store somewhere?
There is. There's Dodgerton General.
There we go. I guess we'll go in and ask her.
Becky? Yeah, she keeps stealing my candy canes.
Got her locked up in the basement as punishment. What?
She also likes to smear her nose on our glass. I don't like it. It's gross.
Jeffrey's like,
Gross.
So you guys heading into Dodgerton General?
Yep.
And in there you can see a younger looking boy. Not like kid, but like a teenager, probably sitting behind the counter. Like you kind of big inhale in through the nose as you come in. Can I help you?
I'm getting a little sick of telling the story.
Alright, I'll ask.
I've seen a little girl that likes to wander around here.
I ain't seen a girl around here, no.
You haven't seen the The little Samson girl, by chance, hadn't come in here over the past 3 days?
No, I don't think so. Not that I saw.
Have you seen her at all over the past 3 days?
Not past couple days, no.
So you've seen her.
I know who she is.
So you lied to me.
It's like holding Grimes back. No Grimes, no Grimes.
Here, y'all.
We're with
None of your damn business.
we're with Texas Ranger Mohan.
Ain't he dead?
Ah, you got better. Anyway, so you haven't seen.
Well, I'm just over here eating chips.
Who's talking about
He's
me?
sitting in the lobby of the thing.
I was so close to his face.
You got a little
Like-
popcorn machine.
So you haven't seen her over the past couple of days. Do you know of any places she likes to go when she wanders into town?
I don't fall around little girls.
Have you
I'm a
seen?
man. I got a job.
Oh my gosh.
I'm busy more. I'm not playing games with little kids.
Oh god. This is what happens when we deal with inbreds. Okay.
This feller's one horse theft away from a hanging.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, he's gonna make a decision to steal that horse.
Yes. You have.
You got your dad around here or something?
Yeah. Is there an adult we can talk to?
I told you I'm a man. I got a job.
Is there the owner that we could talk to?
He's busy.
Where?
Doing what?
I don't know. He pays me to work here, so he don't got to.
Well, go get him.
I not do what you tell me to do.
I pull Grimes back. I'm like, little fella,
What's that on your forehead?
you don't want to go. Little fella, you don't want to go making this boy here mad. Tends to.
Y'all threatening me?
And I'm not threatening you. I'm giving you a good
I'm
warning.
gonna head back out. Eddie's just like steaming and confused. So I'm just head back out the street.
I reckon.
Like,
I reckon.
All right.
Jefferson's leaving too.
You know what? I'm just like, you know what? Little man, I'll leave you to whatever happens. Grimes, you have at it, and I walk out.
I'm gonna just walk past him and try to find the.
He said, hey, you can't go back there.
I'm gonna like knock on the door if there's like a door or something.
There's a door back there. You
yeah.
knock.
Be like, hello.
No
Hello.
response.
Oh.
I told you he ain't here. He pays me to be here, so he ain't got to. Now get out from behind the counter before I get the sheriff in here. Says you disturbing the police, the peace.
I called the sheriff. Oh, I'm disturbing the police.
Whatever, you little brat.
That sounds
What'd you
like.
say?
I said, whatever, you little brat. And I'm walking out.
I'm a man, damn it!
I'm just gonna wave.
Okay.
I just walk out. Foolish boys.
He's not there.
Hell of a town Mohan picked to live in.
How does
There's a reason why.
I say I reckon I want to inquire on my own. I'll go off to whatever's
Well, was there any like restaurants or like?
It looks like, as far as like businesses, there's a shop that has a kind of sign that says carpentry on it.
Carpentry?
Carpentry.
Now,
Like carpentry.
So he's
but
either
with
so he's either
H.
carpentry and he's an idiot. He makes harps, or his name is somehow like.
It looks like there's a sheriff's office, Dodgerton General, the saloon, and carpentry.
Goes carpentry.
Carpentry
Okay,
stands out as well.
what is like?
Is there a church?
There's a church.
I'll go to the church.
Okay.
What? Okay, like, is there any areas nearby that are like wilderness that a child would like to wander? Like,
It's all wilderness.
I mean,
There's all corn.
it's all flatland.
It's pretty flat around here. There's not a whole lot of place to wander.
Okay.
That's how you do it, man.
So, who's going where? Who's going where?
I'll try carpentry.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Church.
They're going to the church? Where else y'all going?
I'm going to carpentry.
Carpentry.
against my better judgment. I'll go with Jeffords to the church.
Alright. We'll start the two going to the church. You go to the church. It's a small wooden church. Are you just walking in?
Just walking.
You walk in, and inside you can see a kind of skittish looking fella who's sitting in the back and reading a book. Probably the good book.
Excuse me?
How can I help you?
Well, I'm a God-fearing man myself.
Well, you're in the right place, I suppose. Don't
reckon-
gotta fear him here, though. Everyone's a friend.
Hey, well, I reckon I come in here and inquire. Maybe about a little girl gone missing.
Little Samson girl.
Oh, little Becky. Yeah, I heard about that. Damn shame.
You remember seeing her last time you seen her?
Reckon it was, Sunday morning?
Have you seen her wandering around the town like over the past 3 days? Just by
Last I saw
chance.
her was Sunday, just 4 days ago. Sunday morning, she came to church with her ma and a couple of other little ones. She's always wandering around getting into trouble. Not big trouble, just trouble.
What do you when you say trouble, like what?
You know what I mean, wandering places she's not supposed to be, being in other people's fields. I don't know. Digging into stuff,
Is
being a
there
kid.
is there a nearby farm that she might have wandered into outside of her own?
Yeah, plenty. Nothing in Dodgerton except corn and folk like me, I suppose. Folk like us.
Is there a little bit of rain?
Trying to get a little frisky over there, Grace?
I'm always trying to get risky. That's just part of his charm.
She's a good kid. And just, you know that family. You know, I guess I don't know. Y'all don't seem like you're from around here. Family
Not
don't do too good at keeping track of their own.
Yeah, we've gathered that much.
Well, thank you for the help. Are you the parishioner here?
That ain't.
Ever to leave you to it. Bogus is just gonna walk out before anything happens.
Well, God bless you, sir.
And you. Okay. Those of you walking into Harpentry.
Mm-hmm.
You see a fella behind the counter.
Does it seem to be a harp store or?
Looks like it's a carpenter's.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he's really stupid.
Or his name's like Harper or something. So just like Harper, carpentry. And then he thought he was clever and made it carpentry.
Well, you'll know based on what
When you
kind
see
of
sir,
voice
and you see
sex.
he's kind of currently sawing off you with a piece of wood. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're working with Corporal James Mohan, Texas Rangers.
Jimmy's in town. I heard an awful lot of rumors about him. How you doing?
Pretty well.
Good to hear. Y'all need help?
Yeah, we're
It's that fence, ain't it? His old lady ain't been taking care of that house since he left. I saw the fence. Hell, I walk past it damn near every day. Gonna have to get that fixed up at some point.
We'll send him down here. Whenever
yeah,
he gets
we
the
haven't
chance.
seen the house. We're just we got to town. We heard something about a girl been missing the past couple days.
I heard something about that. Becky, is it?
Yeah, Samson girl.
Yeah. What is...
Just wondering if anybody's seen her past couple days. You know, she
Samson.
likes to wander around in town.
I haven't. I haven't seen her since... I can't think last time I saw that little girl.
So she doesn't like to come in the store and wander and look
I
at
told all them kids and everything want around here to keep away. Too many sharp things in this place for kids to be running around.
Fair enough.
Gotta find the other little urchins.
Shake them down.
Where's the girl?
I do that like I'm holding one up off the ground and shaking it, but I'm pretty small, so I'm
So-
You're probably
We
looking
do a
up.
lot of carpentry for a lot of the folks around here. So you're the only one in town?
I'm certainly the best. A lot of folk around here think they can do their own work and then come to me to fix it.
Do you do work for the Samson family?
I have on occasion.
On occasion?
Most of them, they let things get to a state of disrepair and more or less leave it there.
like their family. Can I do some kind of roll to try and get a read on how honest this guy's
Go
being?
for it. Let's do perception on it.
It can sometimes be hard. Tell whether he's being evasive or not.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't have the LA Noir facial animations. No.
They was working on the tires. That's all it was took. Like that video. And it just keeps zooming in on that guy's face. That's a 5.
The guy seems.
This kid seems sketchy.
He doesn't seem like he. It's not like maybe he's lying. You're not sure if he's lying to you or not. He just seems like uncomfortable. He seems uncomfortable having you guys in his store, and he seems uncomfortable having a conversation with you right now. That's as much as you're able to read on him.
No offense, mister, and I'm a newcomer and all, but you seem a little nervous.
I don't reckon I'm nervous at all. Just strange having a bunch of new folk in town come in here question you about missing folk.
I'm just doing the rounds, asking everybody.
Is you Rangers or?
Working with the Rangers. We can go get James Mohan if you'd like. He's just down the street there.
I would actually talk to him about the fence situation too.
You can certainly send Jimmy down here. I'm happy to talk to him about the fence. Don't feel the need to bring him on my account. If he needs my service, I'm happy to give him.
Of course.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Maybe something going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk out and
Fucking my
talk
wife.
shit.
Next thing you know, the restaurant's fucking alive.
She blew my fence down, if you know what I'm saying.
I was trying to get a read on that guy to see if, like, the family owed him any money or something. He took the daughter or something like that, or...
I don't know, that teenager seemed really sketchy.
If he was...
Yeah, you probably just arrest him just for the hell.
That kid's sketchy. Would you like to know whether
Where? I guess we'll reconvene with everybody.
Okay.
Track down Mohan at the bank.
Yeah.
He walks out, finishing off a little bag of popcorn.
And we'll fill him in on everything we've learned.
So far,
We gotta find the other little hoodlums running around here.
you need to fix your fence, buddy.
I do think there's something up with that carpenter. That harbinger.
I think you're fucking your wife or something.
Now, Corporal, what do you know about that carpenter?
Well,
I reckon you know all the folks in this town. They all seem to know you.
you know, everyone here's good folk. Simple.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Seems
Just
like
good-
you should
Good farming
Capital
folk.
S.
Catch up
Lowercase
with
I. Capital M.
catch up with the...
P-O-L at the end of
And the
it.
P was backwards.
And
And
the L's
upside down.
and the L's capital backwards.
Maybe give him the old 1 and 2. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, let's try and track down. Because it's never just the one kid that's running around.
There's gotta be multiple.
I think so. Well, not that they're missing so much as, you know, they all congregate somewhere and meet hoodlums. So, I think that's a.
I really gotta get something a little more out of that kid in the piano store. Unfactive, come down.
Yeah, you can get a little more out of him. I don't like how quiet Jefferson's being.
I don't appreciate it.
I
You
don't
go
agree.
kill a little boy?
Grabs
He
don't.
might be a little dizzy for a while, but he's got blood to spare.
Grabs.
He's young, he's
best not to ask questions.
virile.
Probably won't kill him. I guess if you want to track down some street rats, I'll go along with you.
Sounds good.
Watch your back.
Can I roll for street rats?
On account of how you've been
You can roll perception to find something. What's
knocked out.
Like,
Professor and Grimes doing?
they're like the womp rats. They're like hopping around.
I guess Professor just go with Mohan and.
Okay. How about you?
I guess I'll go and intimidate some little rats.
Okay, so you guys are going looking for more kids. We'll start with you. You go back in that store. Can I help? I already told y'all I don't know nothing. What you want, old man?
Now, son, I just came in here and wanted to apologize. You see, I'm a shop owner myself.
Is that so?
Yeah, store, much like the fine store you've been charging.
Nah, it's been better since I've been working here. I know that much. I tell the old man that all the time.
And your pa must be very proud.
Well, my pa's an old drug, but I ain't gonna be like that. I'm gonna own my own shop one day.
Oh,
That's what I'm
well,
saving up for.
I reckon you need any advice. I'm around. Run a fine shop out down.
Don't give me a
Mexico.
persuasion.
Turns around, eats it.
Hand me that there can off the back shelf.
Oh, sure.
What are you doing, old man? Oh, I'm feeling dizzy.
Be like, well, I don't really need any advice. I think I'm doing just fine on my own. I'm gonna save up money and I'm gonna get my own shop somewhere ain't in this backwards town.
I reckon you're responsible enough. You don't need no.
That's right. I'm a man. I told y'all.
I've seen many folk older than you. That's true.
Now,
Why do I get the feeling you're talking about me?
said like that feller came in here, wouldn't have the weird shaped lump on his forehead.
Oh, well, you know, he's got a lump on his forehead for a reason. I've known that boy since he was about yay high and foolish boy.
He's not gonna own his own shop someday. I can tell.
No, I don't reckon he's got it in him. You don't feel like you do.
Well, thank you, mister.
I reckon, with that responsibility, you know, there's a community responsibility here. To owning a shop. I mean, I reckon I'm a well-revered man in Rascatoon, New Mexico.
Never heard of it.
Well, you don't have to. But, just, you know, I reckon anything you can do to help the community, including the people, the townsfolk, the good townsfolk here, your patrons. Reckon anything you can say or point in any direction, that'd be good for the peace of the community.
Well, I suppose you're right. I mean, look, I know you was asking about that Becky girl. I don't know. She don't really hang out with anybody. She always by herself whenever I see her. But I will tell you, she always digging into stuff. So you find a pile of stuff, what there's interesting stuff inside of, bet that's where she'd be around. Probably fell into something, I don't know, digging around. She always climbing on the piles of refuse, digging through it, going to people's farms, looking into that kind of stuff. So I reckon that's her problem. She probably got hurt and couldn't get home. I don't know, something like that.
Well, I reckon that's very helpful information, young man.
Wow.
Sorry, sir.
Not anything for my community, sir. Yes, sir.
He did it. He got some information out of him.
You patted this dumb kid's ego enough to give you what he had.
He's like, he's not gonna own me doing shit one day. Fuck you.
That young fella might. For crimes that he owned into the
He might rob his own stuff.
I ran a gang, okay? I don't need to own a shop.
Yeah, look at how well that turned out.
I reckon Grounds ain't owned anything that he didn't stole.
I still own it.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
That's called equity. I come back and reconvene whenever it is physically possible.
Okay.
Yeah, my
I really-
The rest of you
I
guys
really
look
thought
around. What's your
Gra-
perception?
I really thought Jeffers was gonna just eat the kid.
Roll of perception. Is that what you said?
Only a tree.
I'm in shit.
Yeah.
7?
There's a tree in the way. I can't see.
So
See, playing. Well, you don't see very many
not,
trees.
Perception, not notice.
No.
We'll notice.
Whatever it's called in the system.
Okay.
I DM too many damn systems.
5.
That's right.
Has a fireworks.
Square and another square.
Oh, another square.
Yeah, they say there's a pretty girl behind every tree in Dodgerton. Problem is, there's
Damn.
only one tree in Dodgerton.
It's very short.
And the bartender lady, it's her house. So there's a tree in the front yard.
Is it the
So you guys, y'all are just, those of you who rolled well also don't find any kids wandering around town. It seems like most kids are like busy on their parents' farms. There's not a whole lot of like punk kids running around.
Alright, well, let's go hook up with Jeffers and see if he had any luck. Hey Jeffers, do you have any luck?
Well, I reckon I got a little bit of information.
Hey, you got him to talk, right?
Yeah, well, he's a good young feller, you know. I think really probably a little more mature than some of the other young people I know.
Or older folk, you know.
Or folk older than him.
I'm surprised I got any information out of that little shit.
Well, you see, show a little respect to him. He give me a little bit of insight. Apparently Becky liked to rummage through things. Piles of valuable things. Might want to look around there, look for some holes.
What about the mortuary?
Well, they said that mostly folks get buried on their own farm. Yeah, there wasn't really one.
Maybe there was.
What's around back of the Harpentry place?
Yeah.
Go around back to Harpentry Place. There's a pretty decent pile of like cut off bits and bobs and ends of wood.
Can I
Like
make
a
a
scrap pile?
tracking check around there?
Yeah,
See
go
if
for it.
anything seems.
I might as well do. Can I do a notice?
Sure.
Can I do a notice?
That 8 explodes. I will roll great until the combat starts, and then it's snake
That's
eyes
another
on
5.
Fine.
10 on a survival.
Okay. With the 5s, what you guys notice, it's hard, like, there's not really much to notice.
It's just
you do,
junk.
what some of you do notice that it's like kind of a pile of odd ends and stuff cut off from carpentry work. But you do notice that, like, with just the layout of the town, the back of this building is kind of out of sight, out of mind from a lot of the main roads. And it's kind of backed up to one little bit of overgrowth, so it's kind of, there's not a whole lot of tree and coverage and stuff like that, but if there was a kind of secretive place, it'd be back here. With that survival check, you notice a couple things. One, you notice that this pile of wood has definitely been like, it looks like somebody has more or less kind of somewhat meticulously stacked stuff, like he's trying to keep it somewhat orderly, but part of it's been like dug through and kind of tumbled down recently. I don't know if it's recently, but like part of it's not that way. It stands out compared to the rest of it. You also find a small splatter of blood nearby, too, like kind of along the ground. It's like, it looks like basically a piece of wood that has like a little bit of like red drip on it. That's very small. It's not on any of the wood around it that you can see, but it's kind of in that section that's kind of tumbled.
Maybe she fell off the thing. No, because then there'd be more blood.
I'll kind of, if somebody wants to, because you said it kind of backs up to a little kind of stand of trees, a little wood area. If somebody wants to check around in there, I'll dig through the pile here for a second.
I'll stay with you in case Harpentry Man comes out.
Is that
like just some credibility?
Oh yes, the Harpenter.
It is.
You say, yes, he's definitely.
No, it's wet.
I'll
You
go
look
with,
up. There's an alien.
I'll go with Professor and try to notice something.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. You guys go look out in the wood area around back there.
So,
Both 6s.
Jerry.
4.
And the other one's a 5.
Oh.
So that's a 16.
16. So those you guys don't really notice anything out in the line of trees. It seems like there's a decent amount of stumps around here. This guy probably put a shop here because it's the only area with some trees nearby you can cut down to use for carpentry work. But you with the 16, like you're looking at all this, and you kind of like look up, and not only with your old man eagle vision, but as well your engineering knowledge, you notice something that hadn't been noticed before, and that's like looking up the back door right next to that pile, the like section right next to where like the handle and the lock is, looks like it's fresh new wood. Like it looks like it looks like somebody repaired or replaced a chunk of the wood where the lock to this door is.
It's up against the building there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, it looks like somebody like either get broke or whatever, like there's the handle for the back door, and next to it where like the deadbolt would be inside of has been freshly replaced with different new wood.
Somebody kicked open the door.
Something happened. Yeah, it's up against the Harpentry shop? Or is it like...
It is. It's the back door into Harpentry.
Okay.
I feel like we need to.
What's anything like digging through the pile? There's not like a body hidden in there
No,
or anything.
nothing like that.
Is there any blood like along, like near the back steps or anything? Like,
Not that you guys can see.
Kind of interesting that a whole lock has been replaced, and then the door as well. Yeah, might be worth checking.
Yeah, this fella knows more than he's telling us.
Just busted. What do you know? What are you hiding?
Just come flying in the front door already shooting.
well, to be fair,
To it now.
if you're working in a carpentry shop, it's not uncommon if he accidentally injured himself and got a little blood on a piece of wood.
Yeah, but
She's always supposed to be going in places she's not supposed to.
And she's always digging through stuff. And it looks like she's probably been here digging through this pile. And I got the impression the feller was nervous about something when we talked to him. So maybe with actual twice dead back again, James Mohan comes in.
Maybe she just climbed into the wrong thing and accidentally died, and now he's had her body and doesn't want to be in charge of the murder of the chap.
It's true. Well, we'll go ask some more intense questions, maybe.
You guys go back into Harbinger?
Yep.
Back into the front? Okay. You enter in.
Do you want somebody saying guard at the back door?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay, so you're watching the back door. The rest of you guys are going into the front?
I'm gonna try to shoot some squirrels again. Get my revenge.
No.
Make sure you're standing far enough from the door that if somebody comes flying out it, they don't get knocked out by the door open.
Yeah.
Quick draw, miss a squirrel, get knocked out from behind with the door.
That'd be the second squirrel that got the best of me.
Buy a nickel.
That'd be fine. Anyway, you guys entering in. Walk into the store and looking up. You see someone you should recognize and don't.
Yeah.
And this guy says, you brought back Jimmy. Good to see you. Happy to hear that you're all right.
Isn't the Harpenter?
It's a clever name.
Just not.
Cecil Harper, the Carpenter, Harpenter.
It makes sense. Good to see you, Cecil.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Is this about the fence?
Well,
Your wife came by a bit, but it's just, we don't do charity work. I mean, no offense, but I gotta get paid for my trade.
nope, I understand. We had some rough times there for a minute. This is actually more in reference, we were doing some investigating. I just noticed a couple peculiar things about the back of your shop there, Cecil. We found some...
Peculiar. What's peculiar about the back of my shop?
Peculiar. Reaching for a shotgun.
Well, we found a piece of wood with some blood on it.
Oh, I'm always nicking myself on all the saws.
How do his hands look?
His hands look like a tradesman's hands.
But do they look
Like, do they look
bandaged at all?
At a glance, there's no bandaging on them. Nothing fresh. But they look worn and scarred and like somebody who's worked.
That's fair. We're not trying to be, jumping to conclusions here. That we're just tracking down some explanations. We also noticed. Did you have a break-in recently?
Oh.
Your back door looks brand new with the new latch, almost as if somebody kicked it in.
Oh, no one kicked in my door. I just was about time to replace it. I'm a carpenter. I want to keep things nice and running well around here.
Oh, okay, so it was squeaking or loose.
Yeah, something like that. Just,
Can I roll a notice to see if I get anything from you?
I'm not entirely sure you have to.
You don't have to roll.
I would like to make a point of closing the front door and leaning against it.
Okay.
I want to I want to step closer, like almost just encircling him if he tries to.
This is the Old West. You've got the authority to do whatever you want.
I do. I just think you guys. He's nervous, but
Yeah, he's seeing you guys doing it. He's definitely like, if he was nervous before, he's more nervous now. He's like, I'm just replacing parts of my house.
You mind if we take a look around, Cecil?
I mean, you're welcome to look around the shop here. You hear a from underneath your feet.
A lot of big rats around here in Kansas, eh?
You got a dog underneath? How are you?
Could be a fox, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be a posse. If you know, you know. He's like, probably. I mean, we got fox ran here.
Well, I happen to be somewhat of a little bit of an exterminator. I'm gonna go take care of that for you.
Cecil, is there anything you need to tell me?
I ain't got nothing to tell you, Jimmy. Just
Alright, well, I'm gonna send my fellows to go take a look in your basement.
there ain't no basement in this.
I stomp on the ground.
It sounds like something with hollow underneath it.
Alright, well, Cecil, we're gonna stay here. You three, why don't you go take a look around?
It's like, am I in trouble? I didn't do nothing.
Well, that's what we're just gonna find out.
I hear another like, thump, thump, thump.
Absolutely not.
You ever read any Poe?
I grab. Does he have like tools around?
Oh yeah.
I'd like
Does
to
he have like
look around for a hatch or a...
Yeah. Does he have
Stairs.
Notice.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, does he have an entrance?
6 explodes. Like I said, 6 explodes. I'm gonna roll great until the combat starts, and then it's Snake Eyes, just down the line. 15.
15. Looking around, there's no like stairs, there's no doorway, but you kind of have this moment you're like, it's a carpentry shop. That rug over there looks a little bit like one that gets moved around a lot and doesn't have a whole lot of sawdust on it like everything else in here. And you flip it over and you see a hatch you see a hatch underneath that also has fresh wood over the padlock section that is currently padlocked.
There's no underneath with the padlock then.
And with that,
Yeah, the real
we're gonna stop this episode of Devils of the West.
The real question is, what's he trying to keep contained that made him replace 2 padlocks?
Right.
I guess we'll find out next time. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see what is under Harpentry in this podunk town next time.
Hey,